Oh, there we go. Oh, baby. Ooh, that's a netter. That's a netter. Ooh, be 2 3/4, buddy. God dang it. I gotta, let me see your picture. Goodbye. 218. Yeah, I must say so myself. Those look good. Oh, is that beautiful or what? We're getting ready to test out a pretty good looking rod here, y'all. I love blue. Let's see what, I'm gonna tell you something about long rods. There's nobody that transport a long rod together, right? So when you separate that rod and reel it up to put it together, you don't want your tip hanging, you don't want your tip hanging 6, 7, 8 inches behind your handle. That protects your tip, which is the most fragile part of the rod. And you can tell a rod that's made by a fisherman for fishermen, and this is one. I got to give a shout out to B&M also, because their rods are the same way. When you take it apart and these two eyes meet where they're going to meet, when you reel it together, the tip stays within the handle, and that protects your tip. But this rod is by Thump City Crappie Rods. This is a 10-footer, and I'm gonna check this thing out, see if I can't load it up today. It's very light. It feels more like some of the higher end B&Ms as far as weight goes. I paired it up with the little reels that I like using. These are little Berkeley spinning reels. I got some Berkeley Fireline, and this is the Tangerine. I don't think they sell it anymore. I'm glad I stocked up on that stuff when I did. This is 14-pound test, and let me tell you guys a little bit about this line. And I'm not affiliated with Berkeley in any type of way. This line, long rods, vertical jigging, is the absolute best that I've used when it comes to braid. This is the 14-pound test, and the reason why I like it is because it's stiff. It don't tangle up around the tip of your rod as much as some of the other braids. Now, if you're going to use your rod for casting, I will say that this line does not work good for casting because it's so stiff. But for vertical jigging, high wind situations, any of you guys that use braid, I know that you know what I'm talking about. Give that Berkeley Fireline a try. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this GSauce on my jig. Smell like garlic. Smells like garlic. Crappie.com. That bottle says slab crappie. That's what I'm after, y'all. Let's see if we can't get on some fish. Let's make this thing happen. Water's looking a lot better. Although the wind is cranking out of the south about 20, all we're gonna do is fish some of these protected shorelines and see if we can't get on some fish. Here we go, y'all. Let's make this thing happen. Yes, sir. Here we go. Uh-oh, first one. First one on the Thump City. First one on the Thump City. Swing them in there, boy. Well, it gave good action, and the hook set was strong. Big old nasty slab crappie Thump City Crappie Rod. Felt good. Good sensitivity. Nice. Out here in 13, 14 feet of water. Man, it felt good. Noisy cooler, guys. Noisy cooler. You got it. You got everybody and their grandma here trying to spider rig now.
How you doing? Get ready?
Just getting started. Come on out of there, big girl. Ooh. Well, yeah, tangled up in some of that old brush down there. Snagged them off. How did that happen? Oh, there we go. He came out of there. Nice one.
Ha ha ha. Well, I bet you thought I was snagged, didn't you? Yeah, I know. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Got hung up in the brush. Bam! Little old bidding. Sucked it down though. Sucked it down. With it being so windy, I'm using a 1/4 ounce. A little 10-inch fish. Still hadn't found a concentration of fish. Working on it. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good fish. You know what? Oh, just swing that big old thing in the boat. Ooh, that rod feels good, you guys. I'm gonna tell you something. That's a lot more power than those B&Ms offer. As much as I love B&Ms, but I still need to get that darn gone net up here. That is a beautiful fish. Look at the colors on that thing. Wow, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Beautiful fish. Let me go ahead right now and get my net, because this time of year I'm looking for my second 3-pounder. I tell you what though, I wouldn't feel totally bad about swinging a big old 3-pounder in the boat. That fish there, I ought to weigh it. I wouldn't bet you that fish pushing 2 pounds. And this rod did an excellent job of getting that fish in the boat. I mean, absolutely just swung her in. I used the energy of that fish coming up and just boom, straight in the boat. Wow. That felt excellent. Great big old monster slabs. See if we can repeat that. Guys, let me tell you something. Swinging big old fish in the boat like that, you got to have a proper setup. Don't come out here with no little old 6-pound test line, 4-pound test line, thinking you're going to be able to swing no big old fish in the boat like that. Trust me, do not do that. You're going to lose every single fish you hook. I need it a lot faster than this. This time of year, these fish, I should find these fish schooled up. Oh, there we go. Oh, baby. Ooh, that's a netter. That's a netter. Ooh, hey, this fish might be 2 3/4, buddy. God dang it. I gotta, let me show you a picture. Goodbye. Later. God dang it. $2.18. Just hope this daggone phone stop ringing.
Is that 286 or 2?
No, 2.18.
That's what you're after right there.
Yeah. If I must say so myself. Those look good. Actually, this one's bigger than that one.
Guys, I got a couple of big time tips for you guys that I'm going to hide within this video. If you're still watching now, there's something I want you to understand. On those close-ups of the fish hitting the jig, if you notice, most of those hits come while I'm lowering my jig in the water. I can't stress enough how important it is to keep your line tucked between your rod and your jig, because most of the hits are going to come while that jig is slowly falling down. And if you just throw your jig out there and just let it free fall, there's going to be no way that you will feel that thump. Always keep your line tucked. Second tip is, this time of year, especially down south in Texas, the fish are either spawning or right at it. So you want to be close to the spawning areas. Where they spawn at, just back out a little bit, find the drop-offs, and fish those drop-offs. That is all that I'm doing here. Most of the guys that were out there this day, they were all fishing shallow, looking for shallow fish. Those are two very good tips for you guys.
That's all I fish for, man. Don't get no better than that, y'all. Slap monster crappies. Knocking fire from the old jig.
Y'all have to excuse my crunching. Those big scoops and bean dips sure go good on a fishing trip, though.
When I came in, I told him, I said, hey, hold it up, guys. There's a hole. Hey, he gut shot at that thing too, he pleased. I told him, man, let's work from that point back this way. You know, just running a trolling mode. He's been working it all day. He said, man, I'm tired of it. What color of jig are you using?
Blue and pink now. It was brown this morning.
I told him dark colors in murder water.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll let
All right, one before you go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know the vid don't end like that. Yeah, it does. Camera issues are real, guys. Camera issues are real. While I here filming these videos, trust me, camera issues are real. Some of those fish that you've seen that I only caught and just tossed in the cooler, I just knew that my camera wasn't on at those times. And then it would beep and then it's back on. I'm working on getting a new camera, and I promise you it won't be happening like that much longer. However, classify this bonus footage, and I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the things that I found on this trip. The past 2 or 3 months, the fish have been scattered like you wouldn't believe. They were not holding on structure, and it was showing when I would scan and see scattered fish throughout the water column everywhere. However, when I got to the brush piles, it was vacant. They were all vacant. So the fish were all out roaming. I did not see that when I went out on this trip. So I knew it was single pole time, and that's what I like. Single poling, I love it. That's my style of fishing. And on another note, that rod, that Thump City Crappie Rod, performed flawless. More testing to come. You're going to be seeing a lot of that rod. It did a great job. I put 2-pounders in the boat. Put 2 fish over 2 pounds in the boat. You seen that one at 218. I caught another one at 202. And guys, listen to those guys in the background. Me watching this video while editing it, putting it together, I couldn't help but to just totally agree with that one guy saying that fish looked 2.5. I was thinking 2 3/4. The one that turned out to be 218. That was a very big fish. My camera angle wasn't what it was supposed to be, so you guys didn't get a good view of that fish. That was a very nice fish. There was another guy at the end of the video that was telling me how they had planned on fishing, and let me tell you, that guy sat there and watched me put on a show. I put probably 10 fish in the boat, only had 2 or 3 recorded. However, like I said, camera issues are real. And I know that you guys noticed too that on several of the fish that I caught, I was getting hung in the brush. When you put your fish finders to work and put trust in them, when you don't see those fish around brush, around structure, or ledges, or anything like that, out roaming, those fish are going to be locked on structure. And sometimes you have to get your jig in the inside of the wood and rocks or whatever else. Those fish get deep in that structure, and that's what I found on this trip. Put these tips to work, guys, including those 2 hidden ones. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. More to come.